Who's this guy giggling to you?
Alright guys, welcome back to the All Things CTF Podcast, the place for the nerdiest CTF fans.
You can say that again.
I'm Beth. I'm here with my co-hosts, Steve and Air, and we have a guest with us.
Play the music, guys. Hey,
Trex, you wanna introduce yourself? Who you are, what you've done, and what team you were on most recently?
Well, it's little old me. You know me. Used to be season 2 champ for the Dark Hearts, and then this season.
What happened?
You guys see just reacting skull emoji to my I'm being serious. I'm like, I'm seeing the skull emoji. You're reacting to season 2 Dark Hearts champion. Okay, let's calm down, Steve.
I don't think we got any of that, but we're gonna move on.
Okay, right.
All right.
Season 2 champion. Season 3 round winner.
Season 3 round winner? Really?
I got round 1.
Oh yeah, that's what that means.
Not that I'm round 1.
Trex,
round of applause.
In tournament, you've lost in 2 games in round 1, and then in season
That's
2, you won the whole thing. In season 1, you were out in a sweep of the series, and same thing in season 3. But then in the one season you didn't. You made it all the way.
Yeah, that's the story of my life, I guess.
The story.
So honestly, like,
bro, cannot take this seriously.
I'm done. Scrap it all. I'm done.
I'm leaving this all in.
Alright, let's think of this one. I locked in for season 3.
Right,
to be honest, nobody cares about your life story, Trex. But
that's what we're here for, though.
That's the whole point. See, this is called Trex's interview for a reason.
Oh, a Coke bottle just fell from my
Air's busy throwing things all over her room. All right. So the most recent game, as of the recording, was semis game 3 of Firebirds at Aces, and that was the one that went to double overtime.
Boring.
Yeah.
Air says it was boring. I thought it was very intense. I will say I wish it was a little more action packed, but I loved the. I loved how every rush felt like it meant a lot more.
You're gonna tell me we can sit here and watch a league game 4 minutes and 45 seconds, not one kill, nothing. They just stand in their bases. That is genuinely what's the point of watching if it's just gonna be 0-0-0-0?
Steve did that earlier this season, so he can't really say anything about it.
True.
Yeah.
Close
to know. And here we go with the blade game.
Air's crashing out.
Nice.
Can you stop rage baiting, Steve? This is a serious.
Breathe in.
Serious.
Breathe out.
Oh, Trex.
This is just gonna be 20 minutes of us just dicking around.
Hey, no cussing.
No cussing.
Who is playing the accordion?
You already dropped an F-bomb, Air.
Why do I hear an accordion in the big 24?
What are you doing? What's going on?
Respect on the Respect on the
What are you doing?
I don't see a damn. Can I write champion next to my name? Is that allowed?
You guys realize I'm not catching any of this. They're just not gonna know why we're laughing.
What?
I can put in screenshots and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's only been 5 minutes. Let's talk about this game that happened. Let's talk about the finals matchup. The Blocksters at the Firebirds. We got Vincey and KK versus Patrick and Poke as the main 2 duos of the teams. I feel like this is, for most people, this is the outcome they wanted least of all because of how how things have gone between these 2 teams in the previous few seasons. But I'm actually really interested in seeing it. I like watching Patrick on wall. I feel like I'm the only person that likes watching Patrick on wall. It's this is like throwback of the year, throwback of the decade actually, because all the way back in Classic Season 1, it was Patrick that eliminated KK for the first time ever on Mall.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
way back in the day, like 4 years ago, whenever that was. It was
4 years ago.
yeah. This is 4 years in the making right here, and we need to see if KK can get his revenge here. And I think he definitely can. I think that Vincey needs revenge because Vincey, well, whenever it comes to Maul and it's Vincey versus Patrick, you always look at it on paper and you're like, Patrick has this because it's Maul. But then Vincey finds some dark magic to figure out a way to win it in the end.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's the aura.
Oh, what, bro? If I mention Vincey one time, this is all you guys talk about.
Because you do glaze him. It's just
It's
Bro,
the glaze.
I'm just saying.
Off behind the scenes. The
Am I-
glaze.
okay, is it wrong though?
At the end of the day, it's night.
It's
It's
that's
what?
true actually. That's a valid point.
Nice.
At the end of the
Nice
day, it's
choice.
night. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
now that I
honestly,
think
just
about it, that is true.
I mean, it's controversial for sure, but I think like it's a simple opinion we can all get behind.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care.
If it's controversial, but a simple opinion.
Don't shoot the messenger, you know.
I can't stop reading
Yeah.
this stupid chat.
Thanks, bro.
All right. What
Back
were we
it
on
up.
about again?
We were talking about the Firebirds and Boxers final.
We'll see if the door's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
The door's
So-
there, see.
Alright, so like I was saying, I think Victor, aka Vinci, I
Here
think
we
he can win.
You
Here
think
we
he can
go.
win?
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are sitting
No.
here making
Why?
fun of me for saying Vincey's good, and then Sieb was like, "Yeah, I think Victor was gonna win. I think Vector,
so-
Despicable Me, is gonna win this one."
So I said the Boxers, not Vinci. Well, actually, I did say Vinci.
The Bloxers and not Vincey. I think only Vincey will win this one.
But KK is good. Like
I think-
he's a good player.
Stop
I
glazing
think-
him out.
I think
Here we
in
go.
I think in the Big 24, I think KK is the best Maul player out of these teams.
Really?
Out of these teams, I think KK not
I'd say so.
not in terms of strategy, but in terms of just like raw like just willpower. KK I think just has the best shot of winning most Maul games. Even though I feel like Vincey's gonna end up playing all the games in the series if they end up having to bench people.
Honestly, KK,
What? What?
what was funny though? Made a valid
Can
point.
we go 5 minutes?
Look in the chat, bro.
That's valid.
Bro.
Like shut up, bro. Don't do
How it's like
Lord.
all my passing down.
We
for,
promote
like,
a safe
man
space here on the
skills.
CTF podcast, okay?
Yeah, we're all friends here. We're all making fun of each other, but we're friends in the end. And
mean-
it's just
Me and
us just
Steve's very
messing
iffy
around.
right now.
I don't even know what he
He's
said.
Okay, so what am I
We're
supposed to
going
talk
through some
about?
complicated things right now.
Okay,
So,
Trex, we're gonna be asking you a bit of questions here, like an interview, like we wanted to do originally. We're gonna try to
Cool.
bring back a few questions we had from the previous podcast, and the first thing we're gonna
Cool.
ask you is, who do you think was like the biggest, like standout, underrated underdog player that you feel like didn't get enough like appreciation or didn't get enough love for how well they did this season?
I want to say Can TTF, my number one guy, honestly. I think he was carrying me most games. If people give me some credit, but I think a lot of credit is deserved to Can TTF, one of the great, been playing this game for a while now, I think he's underrated, honestly. Like,
I
definitely-
I would agree, even though I think half of the statements you said were incorrect. Ken's been playing for 1 year, and you played 1 game with him.
He's been playing a multitude.
He's been
I can't
playing.
remember the fact
He's
that
played 20 seasons.
he's an OG.
He's
he
an
comes back every year.
OG.
He was batting every year. Like he's 6-0 every year in Paul Hansen.
Yeah, he leaked every
Which
year, and
nice.
he got banned every year.
Wow.
Just the life of Can TTF, honestly. But yeah, he's just the GOAT, honestly. Like, can you even debate it? Can TTF?
I will say, I
God.
was thoroughly surprised with how well Ken CTF did this season.
I
It was
know.
a big
Oh
breakout
my
season for him. He's been wanting to play for so long, and then he finally got the chance to, and he showed out
goodness.
on a great team. Unfortunately, only got out in 2 games in round 1,
I know.
but I hope that whatever's going on with him in his country gets resolved so he can play the next season, because it would be really sad if we don't get to see him play again.
NPC said
NPC, what'd you say?
NPC said darn.
What?
NPC said darn.
Checks continue. What were you saying?
I remember what I was going to say. I thought we were moving on. That's what I was saying. I was saying, like, what's hit me with the next question, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
This guy.
Okay, this is another question that I asked everybody else last time as well. What's your favorite game you've ever played in? It doesn't have to be just League this season. It can be literally ever in an official CTF game you've ever played.
I'd say, I quite liked, even though I lost, I quite like the Aliens game I played against the Bloxers,
I loved watching that game. You did fantastic in that for your first Area 51 game.
I know, it was like, it's not my best map, but you gotta make it work sometimes. You gotta just piece together the pieces that you have and just make it work, But yeah. I don't know, it was a fun match, even though we didn't win, but cool.
It's like it's like one of the last games that you ended up playing, and it's like, so you were saying that you were not originally going to play with Can in that game. It was going to be Rustlin, wasn't it?
Let's just say that's a situation and a half there.
It's a situation we can't really talk about here.
Yeah, we're not trying to promote that stuff.
Okay.
Just family-friendly content.
Was there ever a game? Was there ever like a game or season in Classic CTF that you like look back on and you like with a lot of likableness with it?
Was that last word again?
It's like was there ever a game in like a Classic CTF season that you look back on with likableness? Because I know that you're a bit of an OG, but it took you a bit in Classic CTF to finally get up on your feet, from what I remember.
What game did I like? Or was that? I keep mishearing the last word. You say the whole thing, I can't hear the last word.
It's just like, was there ever like a Classic CTF season or a game in a Classic season that you like remember fondly, I guess?
I'll remember fondly. You know what? I can't really say I do, honestly. I think when I play a game, it kind of just goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. Actually, to be fair, I quite was fond of my first ever game with Pacebin, because I had like 10 minutes of practice and I did decently. People gave me a little bit of glaze in the comments. Go appreciate that. But like, yeah, quite a nice experience.
Yeah, against Chitra and Bestilicious, who were predicted to go all the way that season. You put up a great fight in your first game.
Round of applause.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Okay.
Nobody's doing this, NPCs.
One of the main topics we wanted to discuss in this podcast with you was since you won in League Season 2, and we wanted to talk a lot about that season and just how everything went with that. Like, what was your team's plan in like the tournament, in like the seed season? Like, how did everything go throughout that whole season?
I played my first few matches, but obviously I was on holiday, so my phone broke because I left it in the sun, which I don't think that's supposed to happen to phones, but I don't know why my phone.
How did you leave your phone in the sun?
I don't even know. I left it outside and it just broke, and I couldn't play, so I just was lost.
How do you leave your phone? How did it not get stolen?
I don't even know, because it's a safe place, like UK, lovely place. It was like the Isle of Wight. It's a holiday resort. No one's stealing on a holiday resort.
Yeah.
But it's a very common place for things to get stolen. Bro.
Okay, fine though. I don't know. It was a very safe holiday resort. Keeping it PG friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, and it broke, and obviously I had to text the teammates, being like, "Sorry guys, looks like my phone's broken. Looks like
How'd you text them if you had no phone?"
I used my mother's phone.
I was very lucky for that because you got your 2 games done pretty quickly in the seed season. Or was this specifically during the tournament?
I think after my 2 games were done, then the phone broke, and then I made my miraculous return for the finals.
Yeah, you were gone like the whole season until the finals. I was wondering if you would ever get another game in.
Yeah, I guess you could say they were saving the best for last, but honestly...
what is it, like 4-0, 5-0 on houses in season 2?
I think so. Yeah, we were pretty much like unbeatable on houses. Honestly, we were pretty good at the houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pipe up, man.
How did like the team
Okay.
dynamic go there with like Ruslan and Jovax? Like, were you guys like planning out what games you wanted to play or who was gonna do what? Or was there any like complications between the team?
I mean, honestly, my phone was broken for most of this. I don't know.
So
But I
you
feel like-
didn't get to see.
No, honestly, I was kind of left out of the team discussions. Honestly, they're having team huddles without me. I was off by the sideline. You could say. But
Did you even know that your team made finals until you got your phone back?
I didn't think so. Actually, I thought I was expecting to be out. I was like, okay, wrap up the season. It was a good run. But like when I came back, I was like, oh, we did well. Nice job, team. And I like patted everybody. We all dapped each other up. It was like a massive like group hug.
We did well. You're acting like the season's already over. You still have games to play.
And I was like, we're still
Listen,
in. It's the team. This is the CTF team.
Yeah, nobody
Well,
cares
hasn't
about
We are the dark
Hey, see?
cards. Yeah,
Word,
be
calm
nice.
down.
CB.
I hope
Keep your
I
track
hope
there.
every podcast episode is like this from now on.
This is the episode.
Just
Nobody cares.
messing around.
Oh well. See, maybe next season.
Also, no, yeah, maybe next season, dude.
So you don't really like. So you clearly don't like remember a lot of the stuff that happens in seasons you play. It just goes through
No, it's
one brain cell and through
One
the
ale?
other.
Yeah, you can say that one again.
Okay.
Some
You can
guy,
say
bro.
that one again.
Some guy.
Well, can I not say that? My bad.
And I don't say that, bro. No, you can't.
Hey,
Can you guys help me at
Come
all?
on.
I'm doing everything.
well, I don't know what to say. Okay, leave me alone.
Well, actually, Beth, you have the questions, so like,
I do have the
Yeah,
questions,
Okay,
but
Steve,
like
maybe you should have
Oh.
like.
those who say.
maybe you guys should have written down some questions.
Yeah,
I
you guys
do-
heard of import guys?
I checks. I have a question for you.
What is this guy gonna ask me? No, let's predict it right now. What corny
Like-
question are you?
Alright. I want you to guess what question I'm gonna ask you. Alright.
You're gonna say.
I
You're
guess.
gonna ask me. Number one. Will you be my season 4 teammate, Trexo? Come on, dude. I think you're a really great team.
Well, so first of all, nobody wants to be your NPC teammate, alright? And second off,
Sorry.
you're wrong.
I can pull up the
So-
screenshots of you begging for this guy to be your teammate next season.
Oh, I could not
And-
screenshots.
And we're gonna ignore Beth, the old gen. Glaze of
Hey,
Oh, I thought you
leave us
said you were getting
OGs
Nor in
alone.
round 2.
It's two OGs
And we
versus
said
two
no,
men.
bro.
I thought you were gonna try to like start a coup to get Ruslan as your teammate round 2.
Ooh, Ruslan. I think Ruslan said he's gonna like get suspended so he can draft way down and
He's
become
like
my round.
he's gonna purposely get suspended.
Yeah, he's gonna be my
Oh.
round 2 teammate.
Oh,
I'll be the
like
round
I was saying, Thanks. So like, how was the season for you?
Well, I mean, honestly, pretty good experience. I quite like the matches. I love the fact I was playing with Can CTF, like a known legend in the community. Honestly, like it's like playing with your idol. Honestly, like he's my role model. I look up to Can CTF.
I was quite surprised you
Russ
didn't
as
get
well.
to play a lot of Area 51 games. I felt like Area 51 was one of your better maps in Flag
Really?
Attack
I wasn't.
specifically.
I don't really feel like that. It's hard to gauge how good you are because like sometimes you just get one tap straight out like the gate.
That's
when
true, but
get
you
out.
had a fantastic showing with
That is true, yeah.
wasn't Ken playing on his phone in that one game?
Yeah, in the
And-
cafe because he
Yeah,
was with his friend outside.
he
He was forced to play.
He
Oh,
was
wait, can you hear my little
outside.
brother?
I can't hear
Yeah.
anything here, don't worry.
Those who know little brother.
I actually do know little brother, so I'm counting.
Yeah, I checked. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you.
I felt like you had a great game.
Oh,
Trexo, you're kind of like that teammate that pulls up your own weight whenever your teammate isn't doing that good in that game. Like every off game that your teammate has is one of your best games that you have, and that's kind of like one of the
That is
best
true.
parts about being on your team.
True, I pick up where my teammate slacks off.
And
Yeah,
especially
That's why-
especially when it comes to the rushing aspect, because you have usually been on very defensive teams in your time playing on CTF,
That's
other
true,
than Classic Season 7, where you guys were like
Ooh.
it was you and Sonic in that season, and your two
That's
are
my
like
fault.
the most offensive players in the game's history almost.
Yeah, we were saying some pretty offensive stuff.
This guy's
What?
so corny, bro. This guy's so corny, bro.
I thought a little joke in there, guys. Sue me.
I mean, I guess that kind of brings me back to like just how you feel about how do you feel before a game that you're about to play, like an official league game? Like, is it super stressful, or is it like relaxing, or is it like, okay, let's do this?
He shivers his timbers, so like, especially
I don't shiver my timbers. I'm actually stone cold. Like, I've learned this from the ancient arts of Vinci. I stand still in my room.
Nice.
Obviously, I've got a lot of training. Steve's always begging it in CTF. Like, if you look at his activity right now, he is currently playing flag attack by himself.
Actually, Fettini told me to join. And
Fettini told you to join in the middle of the. Should we get Fettini in here?
And actually,
Trex actually get Fettini in here.
Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares, bro.
So you don't care about friends? You don't care about a friend joining the podcast?
Let me ask you this question, right? So like, you think? All right. I'm waiting for you to yap. Then all right, cool.
All right, guys. So I noticed that I haven't been talking a lot. So like, this is my filler 30 seconds where I talk.
No. Wait.
My day went pretty well. I went to school today, and I had a pretty good day. And
this has nothing to do with the podcast, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, but like, what do you need me to say for the podcast? Because I'm like the podcaster.
Say something about Trexo's season.
All right, so Trex.
Bro,
let me ask you this. No.
Ladies, one at a time, ladies. Ladies, one at a time.
All right, Drtrexo. All right. So, in my debut game, I played against you in wrestling.
That's true.
What was your thought process behind that game? How did you feel like going into the game, like against like two of your friends?
Honestly, I was heartbroken. I had to play against my friends. You know, it's like I didn't want to pull the trigger on you guys. Every time I fired my rocket, I kind of held back. You know, I was thinking like, do I really have to do this? Is this worth it for the Roblox prize?
This guy can never be serious.
Bro, I had to push this thought aside and obviously, you know, honestly, Rostin, for some reason, he's very defensive. You know, I wanted him to get a bit of rushing action. You know, 'cause I think you guys perfectly predicted our strategy of just me lecturing against you guys, and then like, you know, Rostin being there to pick up. But you know, you guys were going after me specifically. Those rockets were aimed at me. You didn't have a hesitation. I had mercy, but you guys were like, no hesitation, no mercy.
I couldn't hesitate, bro.
I know, it's a life or death situation.
So is this something that happens in a lot of CTF games for you, where you hesitate on your rocket shots and you end up missing because of them?
I mean, not often, you know. Like sometimes when if I'm playing like a regular mega game, I don't really think about that stuff. You know, I'm just kind of like, you know, having a bit of fun with it. You know, I don't really treat CTF as a serious sport. You know.
So you're playing against like Patrick. Are you like hesitating? You're like, oh gosh, it's Patrick. If I hit him, I what if I miss or something? You never have that thought in your back of your mind or anything.
Yeah, you know.
So Jax, so I have a question. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Wait your time, Steve. In line, back in line, single file.
My fault, Dr. Drtrexo.
Yeah, thank you, good boy. Right, so now I've got the question. Now you may forget the question, Steve. Nice job, Steve. Sorry, Beth. Could you repeat the question without Steve interrupting?
What?
All right. So she's not gonna. All right. So let me. All right. Okay. So, did you feel like you deserved to go to semis this season?
I mean, there were certainly issues that didn't allow me to go to semis. You know, I mean, I don't want to get into it today. You know, so it's been a conversation that's been had. And a lot of parties involved. You know, but you know.
Okay. How about this? If you guys pushed it to game 3, do you think that you could have won it there?
I think on Area 51, honestly, it was one of Rustlin's weaker maps, but Rustlin and Can CTF, like, come on, like, think about just the name value on it.
The name value.
Like, if you've ever played Ronopoly, you know, in Ronopoly, like, they're like Brookhaven and like Adopt Me on that map. Like, they're worth quite a lot. So, like, it's honestly like.
So you're saying really that Rustlin and Can CTF are like the Brookhaven and the Adopt Me of CTF. So if they were able to work together in that game 3, they would have taken down the like Murder Mystery 2 of CTF in Vinci.
I think so. It's not ridiculous to say that. It's not ridiculous to say that.
It's not really
punk. Prove it.
Prove it. What?
I mean, how am I supposed to prove it? Am I meant to contact the people involved and ask them to play a game?
Yeah, you should go into the aliens chat right now and be like, guys, we're doing game 3 soon.
I actually got removed from Aliens chat because I was saying, "Come on, guys, we could still win the season."
You did not.
Yeah, ban this.
Ban this guy. Get him out of here.
Ban it from the podcast, bro.
So I actually can't communicate.
Get him out quick and fast.
Yeah, quick and fast, bro. Quick and fast.
Quick and
Those
fast.
small.
That's such a good reference there.
Oh, there goes my chair creaking as usual. I'm busy
Oh, that's
munching.
like the
I'm
least of
munching
our
on a
problems.
pencil because I'm just chilling back here.
Bro equals pencil.
Trex, what was your
Munch on.
thoughts on how your team was going to do before the season? Because you were you were with Ruslan and Kin CTF, but it was on. You were on the Aliens. You guys were not certain about Area 51 and everything. Like, what
That's
were
true.
you?
Area
What were you
51's not been
thinking?
my-
Yeah, what were you thinking before the season?
Honestly, I was thinking, you know what, like, honestly speaking, I was like, to be honest, I was just like, it's my go Rustin. You know what? You can't go wrong with Rustin. Honestly, like, how do you go wrong with Rustin at the end of the day? Honestly, I was a bit nervous for Area 51, but then I was like, hold on a second. I'm
Hold the
with
phone.
Rustin Saw. I'm with the Rustin Saw. What am I panicking about? There's nothing to really be like scared about with you when you're with Rustin, you know.
So you
Yeah,
just kind of put all that trust into Ruslan that it was just gonna work out regardless.
He can perform. You know, he lasts long. You know, he's good sport.
Alright, so Trex. I was just thinking. After the podcast, you want to go get some like ice cream or something?
Like, potentially not.
Well,
Yeah, but
I live like
What do you
6
think?
hours away from each other. Nice.
Bro,
he's not even begging me. To
I was just asking you a question.
A little more than
So-
6
So,
hours.
yeah.
So Trex, like according to my calculations, I think you're NPC. Like, that's what my
Hey,
well,
The calculations.
Sorry, see.
all right, back on track.
back on track. Those who know. Those who know, back on track.
I'd like to hear everybody's input actually on how they felt like their season
Oh.
was going to go. Like before the
Yeah,
season,
we
how
go
did you
first.
feel like everything was going to go for you?
Confident, like seed one, all that.
Just very confident.
Yeah.
Me, I didn't know if I was going to be drafted to where I wanted to be drafted, but fortunately, due to my position, like what happened, so before the season, I had to go on vacation because I was going to my dad's house. So like, so I was unsure on what setup I had to use. So that's what caused me to kind of like dwindle down. I think I could have been like could have been sniped a bit higher, but I'm very glad that I got to be on the Knights and I had pretty good people around me. I'm not gonna say that the people around me were bad or anything. I think there were definitely better teams than us, but I couldn't have asked for more from my team. I had two people who kind of let me ease into the league. Like Beth started out calming me down during season, and then that brought me into with HT in the playoffs, and we kind of just hit it off from there. And it was like I didn't expect really any of this before the season. I thought I was just gonna like some people predicted that I was just gonna crash out during the season and just not play, but I thought I was too. But
I mean, you were begging to play almost every week, even when we like literally needed to get other people's games done. And in fairness to you, you probably should have played a few of those games instead of me in those games.
That's true. I really can say that.
Yeah, I don't think I could have had a better season. I'm not gonna lie.
What an
Like-
inspiring life story.
Honestly,
I'm gonna inspire you,
Expired.
buddy.
this is inspiring. This is inspiring.
This season expired like a few days ago, but
Yeah, actually.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like most people before the season, like after the draft, I feel like the Bloxers were a pretty highly predicted team to make finals this season.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't lie. I don't think one person in the world, other than the Firebirds, thought that they would make the finals this season.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I had faith in them
Fancy.
to like put up a huge fight in the tournament. I actually thought they would get into semis this season, but I did not think that finals would be where they would end
I
up
predicted
at.
them in the final.
Is the bronze curse?
You predicted them in the finals,
Bronze.
Drexo?
Yeah, I actually got all the things right. I'm just a predictor.
You got all the leaks before the season began.
I predicted the team before the draft.
You predicted the draft.
Did you predict that the Scorpions were gonna become a team?
Dude, yeah, I nearly did it, but then like I really thought about it, and I was like, yeah.
Is this another
might as
thing
well.
that you messaged War about in like 2021?
Yeah, I was like, bullshit, we might need another team, think about it. Like with the amount of players that are gonna join in 2024, we kinda need these circle. We need another team, dude.
This is not happening.
Man, get Fatini
This
in
actually
here.
could happen.
Fatini would agree with him. Fatini would be like, I was here.
Fatini was
Exactly.
that. It was a group chat. Me, Adam, Fatini, and Ward. We'd always chat about like future ideas.
War, if you're watching, can you confirm that this happened in the comments of the video?
Yeah,
So we were about
Also no.
I was the inspiration with time. No, you know what happened? Warship played watched my game, and he said, "You know what, Trexo? Your playstyle's kind of like a scorpion. That's kind of inspired me to."
This did not happen.
He said I was scorpion style.
Oh, dude, he told me that I looked like a viper.
Oh my goodness, that's why that could be the 10th team.
Dude, yeah, he looked, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he told me I'd be deadly with like a dark heart in my hand.
a dark heart in the hand. Dang.
Right.
Dude, I remember when I won Classic Season 2 in 2020, the COVID year. Like I was sneezing because I was sick, right? And then War said, "Wow, you sound like an alien." And then I ended up on the aliens, bro.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's actually a conspiracy theory, honestly. Like,
Conspiracy.
we should go back and analyze all that stuff. And, it's
We're just making up random shit about War now.
Nobody's doing this.
Bro, see, I remember back in like 2015, like War conjured you to make your Roblox account. You remember that?
Yeah, bro, I remember that.
Like he went to your house and made you sign a petition, and then you sold your soul, and you had to make your account called S_Ebe, and then you became the CTF legend.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and then I remember this one time, I was pirating a game, and War was like, "Oh, I don't allow pirates in my league," and that's how the pirates the game.
Oh my
Dang.
goodness.
But then they became allowed in the league because they fought in. That's
they fought the Venom Shanks to get into the league. If you guys were there, that was a crazy series, bro. Yeah, the Venom Shanks on Apartments. That's why Apartments is like a VIP map, basically, for the longest time until it got added to the main game because War was okay with the Venom Shanks.
Interesting
point.
Okay, so this one time I suggested to War, I was like, this game is good, but it's on the border of becoming a great game. And then the map Border came out, and I was like, whoa. Maybe it is about past that border now,
dude. That was crazy, and I was like, dude, War. I really feel.
What else is crazy?
I remember telling War back in 2002. I remember as soon as winter of that year came around, War and I were hanging out. He mentioned to me that he feels like he needs CTF practice, right? So then. I remember I told him that he needs a training grounds, and then he says, "Yeah, but I think I need a version 2 of it." And then look what he made in Flag Attack in a VIP server. He made the training. Yeah, he made the training version 2 map because of me all the way back in 2002.
Thank you, Beth. Everyone say thank you, Beth, for that one. Honestly, I love that map so much. Thank you, Beth.
Yeah. Now he's considering adding the 13th CTF team. He's gonna make it the Warriors on the training grounds map.
Oh, I don't like the Warriors. I don't like that name.
Really? I think it's a great name.
No.
Yeah, they're gonna pick Trexo though. I feel like they definitely
and Kevin Durant will start playing.
Kevin Durant.
And we will see the greatest team of all time.
They'll pick up LeBron. He'll drop a CTF triple double.
No, they're gonna go 7-3-9. That's the best record in history.
7-3-9.
Those who know.
You'll see. No one says 602 seed.
I like that we're just kind of talking about random stuff now.
Dude, that's true.
It's just a conversation.
It's been 30 minutes.
I don't think LeBron could do well in the league, honestly. I think LeBron could get semis at the very least in the league.
All right. We're a little off topic. So Jax, what team would you want to be on most next season?
Oh, it's a tough question, honestly. I'd have to say I just kind of want to return to my roots. Want to play with a little bit of houses, get a little houses action.
Think you'd be in the dark arts? I think that's possible too. I feel like that could be a good landing spot for you, especially if they get Ruslan #1 again.
Ooh, Ruslan. Let's go. Wait, No, I was gonna say. Never mind. Thought side.
What was the thought?
I thought Ruslan was from Turkey, so I was like, oh no, he's gonna have like the Roblox thing. I was like, no, he's not. He's not from Turkey. He's not.
He's never checked.
What are we talking about? I've lost track.
Back on track, bro.
Back on track.
Is Ruslan like your most wanted teammate to play with, or is there anybody else on your mind that you would like to have as a teammate?
No, I think it's just Ruslan. I would have gone for Sieb, but clearly Sieb's been messing around with other people. He's been messing around with other people, telling them that he wants them to be around. He's not loyal. He's not loyal to me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I respect that.
For those who know, basically, Sieb every other week is like training with a different person, trying to get them to be his teammate.
Right now, it's Civilian.
Yeah, it was Civilian a little bit ago. Before that, it was his friend Hill Climber, and then it was our friend Strand, and then before that, it was like. It was
Mops.
Yeah, it was Mops for a while as well, and Trexo.
So I just want to
and then Bio at one point as well.
Half of these names, actually, most of them are actually false. Or from like
they're all true, but I don't know what you're saying.
They're all true. Like to everybody that isn't Sieb, because Sieb has like short-term memory loss. He actually forgot that he lost the season. That's why he keeps saying 602 because he doesn't realize that season's already over.
The season I didn't even know that. That's actually crazy theory too. I know that
checking this
like
you win some, you lose.
It's still the alien again.
Here we go with the you win some, you lose some. Nice.
Big 24.
Good job, Pirates season 1. Bro.
I always remember that. Like after we were just rewatching a bunch of games. We rewatched Game 1 of Finals in Season 1, and the Pirates had a record of 8-1, and everybody was just dying laughing because Sieb said, "You win some, you lose some" record.
That's actually funny, Sieb.
I keep saying we're gonna go back and rewatch a bunch of the old CTF seasons.
Yeah, no, here we go.
No, I told you guys this. I told you we absolutely should. We should definitely do that.
Yeah, honestly, you guys need to have some respect for the older generation of CTF. You people wouldn't be here without us. We laid the pathway for
you guys. You guys need to see Classic Season 2.
Oh, here we go with the draft. Oh, hey, bro, hold on. I need to show the screenshot. Wait, that's not the screenshot.
Trex, how do you feel about the flag attack game as opposed to what the original Capture the Flag maps were? Like, do you think that any of the maps had a big downgrade or a big upgrade? Like, what was the biggest difference to you?
Oh, that's a toughie. That's a toughie and a half. Honestly. I think
that's a toughie, mate.
It's a tough question.
It's a rubbish one. It's rubbish.
Dodgy question. Dodgy question.
Oh, it's fucking Mengeng.
Honestly, this is my conspiracy theory, right? But honestly, I think Flag Attack at first was the most buggiest mask ever. Honestly, I think this is my little conspiracy theory, but I think they were purposely messing with CTF just before the event because that was breaking. So we'd be like, oh, the new CTF is fine. But honestly, Flag Attack was really buggy at the start. I didn't like it at the start. I was hating on it. I was refusing to call it Flag Attack because it's a stupid name. Honestly, I hate the name Flag Attack.
Calm down.
I think it's kind of funny that we were all complaining about the name of Flag Attack at first, and now we're just kind of like whatever. Nobody calls it Flag Attack. We just still call it CTF.
That's because I found it funny.
I put it on flag.
But it's not as big as a deal anymore. And I do feel like it moves the game around a different direction as well.
Yeah, to cause a little bit.
Yeah, it's not called Flag Defense. Are we hearing that, guys?
Flag Defense.
That's a good reference, actually. That gets me on a good question. How do you guys feel about the amount of defense in CTF nowadays, as opposed to the amount of attack?
Okay.
What's your opinion, guys?
We're not getting in this discussion. Not in the podcast.
No, my apologies. I step a little drama.
I'm gonna have to hold Sieb back for this one. Just saying.
Oh, that's fired at 3 a.m.
How does everybody feel about that? By the way, I personally I felt like everything in Flag Attack was just a direct upgrade from original CTF, except for the rocket delay when you equip it. I always thought that was frustrating at first, but then you get kind of accommodated to it. And now, like, I feel like it does not change as much as we think it did. Like it was meant to stop auto clicking, obviously, even though they just added an anti auto clicker anyways. So like it ended up being unnecessary, but they kept it in, and it hasn't been a big deal ever since.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
True.
So,
I felt like everything that was ported was fantastic in my opinion.
But my thing is like when I was playing CTF, the classic version, I found it like more like I don't know. It feels more nostalgic playing. It feels like a game that you would just randomly find and just play it, like with your friends in like a few like 5-6 years ago. But like now it just kind of feels it's a good update. Don't get me wrong. Like the game is so much better now. But like I don't know, it just kind of lost that charm when it got updated to Flag Attack. I agree the game is better because there's so much more stuff that you can see. Like we finally got like a point system. We got like revamped like everything.
It looks very.
Thank you to all the developers that worked on this.
Yeah, it looks very modern, is I think what you're saying. It's just super polished.
It's no longer capture the flag. It's more of a flag attack. It's an attack on my nostalgia as well.
Oh, that was a good line. Now, honestly,
it's like seeing like Murder Mystery 1 as opposed to Murder Mystery 2. Like it's the same thing.
Have you seen Speedrun 4? But... Have you seen Speedrun 4?
Yeah. It's very weird.
Honestly,
it's very weird.
Really heartbreaking. As an OG of Speedrun 4,
I've always been one to I just like most of the changes that happen in the course of CTF. I've never really complained about them other than when the new Area 51 came out. I didn't like it. It's kind of growing on me, and I agree it probably is the better map than the original one. It's just like you said, Eric. It's just like the original has a special place in my heart, and I can't really forget that.
I like the original Area 51, even though I'll never get to play on it in League. I like it. If it looked like the Area 51 of today, I think it would be still like a proper map.
I think that was the main like reason for changing it, was that it just looked so outdated compared to everything. It was just very unpolished, and the new one looks gorgeous.
Yes, but it plays worse, in my opinion.
I think that's debatable.
In my humble opinion.
What is this guy doing? Dude, you are not doing the SpongeBob victory speech.
That was Seeb. That wasn't even me, bro.
Seeb has push to talk on, bro. You're forgetting this.
Yeah,
he was pushing.
How about you push the talk button? What's your input?
He's busy playing with his other round twos.
Like it's crazy because Trix joined me, and the first thing he said was, "Oh, cool. Did I walk in on you too?" And I'm just trying to practice.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with your opinion on the upgrade from capture the flag to flag attack.
So I like how some of the maps, like towers, pyramid,
of course,
a little bit.
I think we can all agree that new towers and new pyramid are both so much better maps than their original counterparts.
I don't like towers v1 or towers, so I can't.
I mean, Mall is kind of the exact same map. It just looks prettier now.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that's different is the flag pillar. Like that pillar, it has different splash interaction. I feel like.
Yeah, the hypotenuse is larger.
Yes.
It's very true.
Tried and true.
You sing it, sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't even do anything anymore in the big year at 04.
I'm trying to think of just more random things to talk about.
If you got this far in, I challenge you to a rock, paper, scissors fight, alright? So on the count of 3, we're gonna do rock, paper, scissors. Alright. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I chose scissors. So
Dude,
let me know in the comments what you chose. If you choose Rocky or NPC, I'm not.
I promise things will get better in future episodes. I promise.
Yes,
We're not.
This is a joking episode.
This is a one time.
Are a good friend.
Yeah, blame Trexo. He cannot take anything seriously.
Bro, I was laughing for like 5 straight minutes because of this guy.
We'll get Patrick or HT on here, and it'll be serious.
Not too serious.
Lock in.
Yeah, dude. What if it's me again?
Just be quiet.
Or we'll get Fatini.
Okay, so our next episode we're gonna have Seb as a guest. So.
Yeah, Seb is gonna be our guest.
Yeah, because this is actually his last episode as a host, so he's getting kicked off the show. Because he was caught illegally loitering.
It's funny because like the week leading up to this recording, we were like begging to do this every day, and we kept having setbacks, and then we finally do it, and we're just messing around the whole time.
That's true, guys. And it's crazy.
Nobody.
Low taper fade meme is still massive.
Nobody was ready to do
it. Why are we in Fatinis?
Yo, join my private server. Thanks.
you guys are playing in the middle of the podcast. Come on.
He's been playing the whole time, bro.
So actually, Fatini told me to join. Then he ditched me.
Okay.
Then you continue.
Does anybody else really have any like?
And also I like the new
Steve,
lobby.
I think Beth is trying to say
the lobby for sure. I love the lobby now. The lobby's so
the lobby's
it's
really beautiful. I like how they have.
I like how you can choose like league teams as your team now instead of
you guys don't even understand how long I wanted to have like the color changing maps in the game as a thing.
Oh yeah, dude! I remember seeing your first suggestion of that, and I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna be added."
I suggested that in like league, like not even league, like classic season 7, and where it was like, "We'll never do that."
The tables have turned.
Well, he's got a way better development team now, at least. So things like that is possible. If you guys go back to classic, you'll realize that so many different like quality of life changes in flag attack, like they just feel normal now. Like being able to skip the voting. I don't even think nobody understands how vital that is now.
Bro.
Dude,
I beg for that.
It's so helpful now. It makes the game go faster, and I feel like I also believe that making it so people joining in the middle of the game doesn't just throw them on a team, because I always hated when somebody joined mid-game and it made the teams like brutally uneven because it didn't know how to like balance the teams. So 3 people would join in the middle of a 2v2 and all 3 of them would go on one team.
Oh yeah.
That was so frustrating.
I think there are still improvements to be made. Of course, there's always room for improvement because like there's certain glitches, especially with setting teams. Like sometimes you can't select people, or you're very limited sometimes because like it'll glitch out, and sometimes the round will just like randomly just not start.
Oh yeah, that still does happen sometimes. To be fair.
Yeah, and like there's always room for improvement, but I think that's the best. That I think they've done a great job on the game, and I hope to see more in the future.
Whole point is that like CTF is just like it's only going to keep growing as the development team gets like better at like all their build, because like the building now is just so much better than it used to be, especially when Bio and HT showed up. And War finally had like a dedicated like motivation to be able to make everything look more polished. Like all the lighting is better. A lot of the builds just look nicer now. Like, okay, I still instinctively just jump off the map on warships when I jump off the side, trying to go on the side islands because I forget they're different now. I don't know if anybody else does that.
Yeah, I do that as well.
I just jump off the side, forgetting that the islands are different still.
Oh, that's true. Honestly, I've walked off that so many times. It actually annoys me sometimes. I'm like, it's just whoa. That's the one thing I hate when I like touch like a pixel of the water and it kills me.
It happens a lot.
Like I'll be very clearly on the platform and it just says no. You're not allowed this push.
I think that.
No. You're not getting a push today.
I think 50 minutes is good enough for a podcast.
Yeah,
That's
I think
decent.
it's certainly bold, but
a little bit of pep in my step there. See,
I mean, we kind of breezed through all the questions because Trexo doesn't remember anything about CTF.
That's not entirely my fault at the end of the day, Just think.
Trex, go behind you.
If you guys want to play Flag Attack, the link will be in the description. You can also go to War's alt channel. That'll be in the description if you want to watch full CTF games.
And if you want to play CTF Classic, go to the. Why did you do that? If you want to play CTF Classic, go to the description of the channel. The link for Classic Season 7 will be there.
No, it still says Season 7 on it. And yeah.
NPC Trex.
Thank you, Trexo, for showing up, hanging out with us today.
Thank you.
And
thanks, Trexo, for resetting.
Thank you, Trex.
That'll be it for this episode.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
See you guys in the next video, bro. Fist.